Um, Even though I don't want to be with him anymore, there is a part of me that wants him to still want to be with me.
What in the manipulation? Knee jerk reaction. Manipulator. But keep going.
Want to be with me. And when I kind of think about like what gets me upset, or why am I so sad about certain things, of him wanting to also go through with the divorce,
Ugh. I thought it was like a boyfriend girlfriend thing. Damn, that shit just got serious. Okay, a divorce. Damn.
If I don't want to be with him. My problem is not that I don't value myself or I don't have self-love. I think if I didn't, I would continue to be in this relationship. And I feel like this found awareness of myself and the self-love has brought me to this point of wanting to get the divorce and move on and find someone or many someones that fulfill me, more.
If you feel like you need many someones, you probably shouldn't be in a relationship. I know she's just being, extra, but let's just get that out the way. Damn. All right. So, whoo. I think a problem too is, yeah, you're right. It's not a self love issue. I think the issue is you probably got too much self love, way too much, if you ask me. Why do you feel the need to control this man like that? Why do you got to be such a manipulator and like, okay, we're done. Okay, fine, we're done. No, wait. You're supposed to be sad. You're supposed to be upset. I need you to be pissed off. I need you to be sad. I need you to be grovel at my feet. Puma style. Damn. Manipulator. God damn. Dude, run. And fast. I know it's a very popular thing on the internet to be like, no, divorce her, dump her, leave her, bro, but damn. This time the internet is right. Yes, it's not their situation, and so of course they're always quick to be like, get out of the relationship, because it doesn't affect them, or because secretly they want to get out of theirs, and so of course the internet will tell you, go for it. They will live vicariously through you. But seriously, dude, Forrest Gump, run the hell out of there. Okay, ladies, let me give you the truth about a man's effort. Let me give you a perspective outside of your own. If you can't do that, this video is not for you. Ladies, if you're willing to be receptive and engage in a conversation or a different mindset that is not of your own, then this video can possibly help you. If you think that closing the door in a man's face is going to make him want to knock on the door or break the door down and ask you to open that door again, you're only fooling yourself. In a man's mind, you have to give us something to fight for. And as soon as you close that door, or as soon as we feel like there's no light at the end of that tunnel, our effort stops, as it should be. I will never want my son nor my daughter to ever have to deal with people like this lady in the video. That's horrible communication. This is no way to treat people, and that's pretty much asking way too much, and it doesn't make sense. Don't tell me you're done with us in such a finite way. Like, her language is so finite as to say, hey, you're done. You try to get up off the mat, and the referee waved it off, and he's like, nah, bro, 10 count. You're done. And then they get mad when we say, okay, you want us to stop? Okay, I'm done too. All of a sudden it's, whoa. But what about our memories? You're just going to say goodbye like that? Yeah, because you clearly established you're done. And there was nothing he can do. Nothing that, we do can change your mind. Because when somebody tells you, as an adult, clearly she says she's married, I'm pretty sure she's an adult. If somebody effectively communicates to you, we're done, then you're done. Put down your tools. Stop trying to build Rome for her. You're done. Ladies, this is what I'm trying to tell you. That's why a man does not put any effort. You got to give us something to fight for. If you ain't giving us nothing to fight for, we're going to think to ourselves, why are we fighting? She just closed the door. Matter of fact, you locked the door now. You put it behind a safe. And if you walk into the other room and the door's a little open, at least we know that the door is a little open and we still have access to you. And that way, in our brain, it says there's still a chance. But don't say something like divorce and I'm done. We're done. The word done is the word done. Call a spade a spade. Maybe you could probably try saying something like, hey, I don't think you're doing this for me and it bothers me. Or maybe, hey, you're doing this and I don't like it. I'm thinking about possibly getting a divorce, blah, blah, blah. So I want to say it in such a way where it's divorce is imminent and I'm scared and I don't want to. I don't want to have one, but you're not doing blank, or this blank makes me feel blank. And then, of course, you can always think to yourself, well, my man will overreact or he'll react in such a way, blah, blah, blah. And that's fine. But at least when you give us the door and leave it open up just a little, the man can act or overreact however he wants to. That's out of your control. You can't control him. But at least in that person's mind, they know that there's either a choice or an option. He can take two paths. Keep fighting, don't keep fighting, depending on what you say and how you say it. Let's say option A. She's thinking about a divorce, but hasn't necessarily made up her mind or signed a document or handed it over to you yet. So then the man knows it's not set in stone. This translates to there's still hope. There's still effort to be made. Jim Carrey, Dumber and Dumber. So you're telling me there's a chance? Because all we really need is just that chance. That way dudes can be like, okay, all right, I can still get her back. Maybe I could just do some good old-fashioned hard work. Maybe some good old-fashioned effort. But at least that right there can actually be the driving catalyst as to why he's putting in effort, why he's picking up the pieces. Well, because your language wasn't so finite. So therefore, this lady, who is clearly option B, which essentially is hear you out and still go, yeah, no, she's going to hang this over my head. I'm done too. As long as we know there is an option, we get to choose. I can stay, I can go. But honestly, I can literally, now that I'm thinking about it, I could have stopped this video a long time ago. Mean what you say and say what you mean. Because this whole backwards talk, or this whole, oh, okay, I need to read between the lines. You say no, but no means yes. But then no also means no. So mean what you meant to say in the first place. You're an adult, communicate. I don't care if you're a teenager, communicate. We're not doing none of this. You should know. Well, he should know. She should know. No, that's not the way people work. Humans need direction. That's why we got stop signs. That's why we got street lights. And if people get out of line, that's why we got cops. To put us right back on track. And then if you're still not there, then you go to jail. And then you think that's literally a timeout where you can think about what you've done. And maybe the next time you'll think to actually communicate effectively. And you also have to remember, just not really a sidebar comment, but because I was beating a dead horse just now, I want to pivot now. You want to know why he didn't want to put any effort in? You got to remember, we're living in a time of social media. And just the way people are in general nowadays. You tell him definitive a phrase, a finite phrase. I'm done. I want a divorce. I want to leave. Blah, blah, blah. You're done. You want him to put, or let's just say you do want him to put the effort. But now he goes to put in the effort. But keep in mind, the way people are, gossipy. This lady just jumped on social media and, I can't believe he did this and da da da. So I'm sure the way people are nowadays, it's practically the same. You tell your coworkers, you tell your family, your brothers, your sisters, everybody knows. Hey, she's done with you. But guess what? Now you're putting in effort, guys. Now it just looks like you're a creep who can't take no for an answer. Now you look like the stalker ex. So it's a lose-lose for him anyways. You can easily build a case against him in court just off of this. Check this out. I told my husband I want a divorce, and now he shows up at my job with flowers, or I'm in the middle of getting a divorce and my husband won't quit texting and calling me. I just need him to stop and go away. He already knows we're getting a divorce because I told him no. You see the problem? If he chases you, aka puts in effort instead of giving up like, he wanted to do, then he's taking a risk. Personally, I'm not risking my freedom, whether pre-kids or post-kids. Let's just say now we have kids. I'm definitely not going to go to jail on some stalker charges. Stalker charges can land you, 6-7 years? All because I thought that reverse psychology worked on me. That, hey, she said she's done. Maybe she wants me to put in effort. I put in effort. Now I'm in jail. So no, I'm not doing all that. No dude should do that. When a girl tells you she's done, best believe she's done. Take that as her communication, her way of telling you it's over. Not everything is worth fighting for, and it's fine. Regardless, if you think that, hey, people are going to look at me like this, people are going to look at me like that, they're going to start to say, don't worry about what people say. People are going to say a lot more when you're in jail.